Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Life with Amber. So today, this video will bring you part 2 of our kind of how we got together, our relationship, and we'll bring you the proposal. So I'm excited again to share us with you all. Again, we have our special guest, Mario McLean, my husband.
What up? Excited.
Here with us today to give us some insights and his point of view on our relationship. So let's jump into it. So we'll start off by talking about, us thinking about marriage in general, and how we basically thought it would play out. So, as we mentioned in our part 1 video, it was really just kind of a natural thing for us to continue to move forward in our relationship, and building up to that wedding day, that marriage, just to bring our union together with God. We think that it was just really a natural thing for us. So we talked about marriage in our relationship. Obviously we started from high school, so you're on the phone after we're supposed to get off the phone and you talk about, what colors would your wedding be? Or are you gonna marry me? Will you be my husband? Young love. And then you get into the really actual seriousness of, okay, we're living together now. We've, been together for a while. Marriage is still a thing, right? So just kind of getting that confirmation, like, yes, of course, I still want to marry you.
Obviously, we always wanted to get married. So the thinking about it piece, I think, began to become more realistic once we moved in together, and once Amber was finishing up with school, because I didn't want to do anything have a drastic life change in the middle of her being involved in schooling. I didn't think that would be fair to her. I think it would have shifted her focus off of school. So in the thinking about marriage part, for me, it was I wasn't going to propose until you have finished working on your personal goals. So from that standpoint, it was a matter of, okay, now that that's out the way, now let me start focusing on how we're going to get married and what the rest of our life looks like.
Yeah. And we started, Mario started taking me to the ring shops, and we started looking at rings, and of course you get all excited like, we could propose. But I feel like we did that a year, it was a while before he actually proposed, where we was looking at rings. So it's kind of that point where you don't know when he gonna ask the question, but y'all been looking, so it's coming soon. But yeah, we would get fitted. I was getting my ring fit, fingers size, and everything like that. So it was always just leading up, but you never really knew what was going to happen. And I can give my perspective on how I thought it would go down, because it's very different from how he actually did that. So the proposal for me, I just pictured all of my family being there, surprising me, all my family and friends being there, and maybe he would have, I don't know. I really didn't. Mario's so creative, and you can't really pinpoint what exactly he's gonna do, because he never really does it or how you think he's gonna do it. But at least I picture my family be there. I'll be, in Detroit. Maybe we go to a restaurant. I don't know if it'll be my birthday or something. I knew for sure he wouldn't propose, and I didn't want him to propose until after my graduation. And I think I specifically told him that I didn't want him to propose on the day of my graduation, because it would just be too much for me. It's just okay, I'm graduating. I need to just get this day in to think about the work I put in school and things like that. But I honestly didn't think he would propose to me when he did, because he proposed to me right after I graduated with my undergraduate degree, and right before I went to my master's program. So I was thinking, okay, he's gonna wait till after I finish my graduate degree to then propose. but no, it was right after my undergrad degree is when he proposed. And so I'll let you talk about what your, like, what how did you plan on proposing? Like, what was your initial thoughts on how I'm gonna propose to Amber?
Yeah, so Amber is very involved with her family, so I would have wanted to do it, you know what I'm saying, with her family being there initially. Like, if I, like, without putting any like extra effort into it, I think what would have made the most sense would have been probably doing it at her graduation, because one, all her family is there. But like she mentioned, that would have been doing too much in one day. That's an achievement that she, you know, earned, and I didn't want. That's like equivalent of somebody proposing at someone's marriage. I mean, at somebody's wedding. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to take away, you don't want to steal someone else's shine. So when I couldn't do that, I'm like, all right, well, now I gotta get, you know what I'm saying, be more creative. So that's how I envisioned it going. But once that wasn't going to work out, I'm like, all right, I got something up my sleeve. Let me go this route.
So okay, so when did you get the ring?
When did I get the ring? Let's see.
In December.
I don't even remember. So here's a tip, fellas. I know we're gonna give y'all a couple other tips, but what you want to do when you know you're gonna propose to someone or get married, you have to be strategic, right? You want to have it well planned out. It should be very thought out. So I took her to look at rings probably about, I think it was almost either 6 months or a year before I actually proposed. And you do that, one, to give them, all right, hey, he really thinking about, you know what I'm saying? You want to give them that
reassurance?
The reassurance, right? But on the back end, you really just trying to figure out what ring size she wear, because what you don't want to do is don't know what size ring she wear, and then you propose, the ring can't fit, it's too big. You know what I'm saying? You prohibit all that by taking the steps. And also, you want to figure out what type of ring style she like, man. Do she like the center cut, the diamonds all around? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're going to say they want the biggest ring, but some girls don't, some women don't, you know what I'm saying, necessarily want that. So you figure out what type of ring style she like, and then now you put that information somewhere in your phone, your notes, you take pictures of the ring she like, and then from there, you go back, and now you start getting the quotes. Go around Black Friday, you know what I'm saying, get you a 50% off, something like that. Just holla at me, you know what I'm saying, hit my DMs for that. But anyway, making a long story short, you get her with that, now she's feeling good, and then from there, you thinking about, all right, when is the timing going to be right? So I think I bought the ring, I really don't remember.
I think you said in December.
Yeah, I mean, I probably bought it around Black Friday. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like I said. But you buy the ring, and then you stash it. You know what I'm saying? You hide it. And then once you plan it out, man, it's the timing, the feeling is all going to be so natural. It should not feel forced. It's just going to, everything is literally going to feel so, it's just going to be smooth, man. Like, and then when you feel that feeling, that's when you know that's the person for you. So that was like the lead up to me buying the ring, getting her fitted, why I chose to get her fitted when I did. Yeah, then I started planning the engagement. All right, so the lead up to the proposal, the first thing I had to check off my checklist was I needed to obviously check in with her father and make sure that I had his hand in our marriage, or is it your hand in marriage? Permission, whatever the case. Wanted to obviously
with my hand.
Yeah, wanted to obviously get her father's confirmation that this one was okay. I mean, I had no doubts he would say no, but I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, it was something that, from a respectable standpoint, that every man should do when he's about to marry someone's daughter. So, quick funny story. So, at the time, I could not figure out where her dad lived. Like, I knew he lived kind of like somewhere in between where her mom had lived. But I'm a GPS like person, so if I don't have the actual address, like, I'm clueless. So
you don't know.
I literally did.
South.
I had to do like a background check. I don't even know. Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Like, I had to do like a background check on her father. So like, I went on his website. I put his name in, and then it gave me like once I went through all like the age, everything like that, it gave me the street address, but it left off 2 numbers. Like it was still, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to figure it out. So I'm like, all right, this sounds about right. So anyway, making a long story short, I took the little background check.
Background.
And I had text her pops. I'm like, hey, what's going on, pops? You all right? He like, yeah, what's going on? I'm like, man, I'm in the area. I'm just getting off work. I'm super tired. You mind if I come over real quick and just take a quick nap? He's like, oh yeah, that's no problem. So I pulled up, and then I come in the crib, and then he like, yeah, you good? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, but no, man, I just, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I came over here, you know, just to talk. I had showed him the ring. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm thinking about marrying Amber. Is that okay? Then he started crying or whatever the case. And they're like, of course. So I'm like, bet. So got the confirmation from Pops. I'm like, bet. And then like anybody that knows me knows that I am a over the top, do the most type of person. So I know that the proposal, I gotta do the most. You know what I'm saying? We've been together for so long. And then the other thing that you have to remember when you proposing to your lady is that they live for this, man. Like when all that's over with, the first thing they friends gonna say is, how do you propose? And if they gotta have some extravagant story, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want it to be like, man, we just at a restaurant. Like, I mean, although that's great, but what I'm saying is the ones that's gonna steal the show every time is the people who well thought it out. You know what I'm saying? They did the most, they pre-planned everything. And so I'm like, bet, that's what I'm about to do. So I'm like, all right, I think that something that'll be extremely unique is like, shoot, proposing on the beach. I'm like, I feel like that'd be hype. So what we did when she graduated, we had planned a trip to go to Myrtle Beach, and I spent it like, this is your graduation gift. So just the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I literally thought it was my graduation celebration after, you know, I had no clue that he would be using that platform to propose.
Yeah, so the second tip, fellas, that I told y'all, one, you wanna take them to get the rings looked at well in advance. The second thing is you want to do something that's not out of the ordinary so that they're not prepping themselves up and be like in the middle y'all eat, run to the bathroom, like, oh girl, I think he about to propose. Like you want to keep them on their toes. So if you a laid back person and now all of a sudden you took her to look at the rings a couple months ago and now you doing the most on a 90K, like that's going to send off those clues that this is, so no, you know what I'm saying? That's why I kept it like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It made sense. You just graduated. We going out of town. Like that's something that was aligned with our plan. So that's the second tip. Anyway, we was going to Myrtle Beach. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I was not nervous about, but I'm like, man, her family's not going to be there, right? I know she's she's a family person. So I'm like, I mean, at this point, I held off. I didn't propose at the graduation. So I'm going to just have to take matters in my own hands. So what I did was, I'm like, well, at least we can have it filmed or on, we can have pictures of it. So I reached out and found the local photographer at Myrtle Beach. I told her the plans. I'm like, hey, we coming down there. I wanted to propose to my girlfriend. I told her the background story, so she started getting excited. Oh my God, it sounds great. So we figuring out prices, plans, everything like that. So had all that planned out, and then like the way I had proposed was on the beach. You know, it was like rose petals.
Let's
say that piece.
Before you get into that, I want to talk about what happened before the proposal.
Okay.
So we drove down to Myrtle Beach, and it was our first like road trip together. So that was really fun. We rented a car, taking pictures at every little stop. But we got down to Myrtle Beach, checked in our hotel, everything was good. And then me and Mario had gotten into an argument like soon as we got there. But if you know us, we always going back and forth about something that's not even that serious. But we had got into a full-blown argument. He was mad. I was upset. Like, what? Like, literally. I'm like, I just want to go to sleep at this point because why are you acting like this? So I thought that was funny that we literally got into a whole argument right before he wanted to propose to me. So that just speaks to his level of love, because he could have been like, man, I ain't even gonna propose, and then just cut it all off. But he didn't, because he already knew what was up. So.
Oh, the other thing too, before we proposed, when we got down there the first night, I think we had made an appointment to get our toes and nails done or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I think we was either rushing or something. So I think I got my hands. I normally
you got your
I got my
pedicures.
I got like pedicures or whatever.
And then I was
and
like,
then she was like, should I get my nails done or something? She was having like second thoughts or something. I'm like, yeah, man, you just graduated, go ahead. But
like, he was hyping me up to get my nails, and I'm like, you never hyped me up to pay for my nails. Like, I thought we was just coming to get pedicures. He like, no, get the color. He was really geeking me up to get my nails done. So I'm texting my friend Ty, and I'm like, you know, I got my nails done and stuff like that. And she literally was like, okay, you better come back with a ring. So I was laughing, like, that's funny, but literally still was not thinking that he was gonna propose that night.
Yeah, I couldn't have her looking bold. You know what I'm saying? I paid good money for the photography.
But I always said, if you propose or when you propose, you have to make sure I have my nails done. I always told you that.
Right. Anyway. So that was a little funny little piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
What were we talking about?
What's the layout of the proposal?
Oh, layout of the proposal. All right. So when I reached out to the photographer, I'm like, hey, this is my vision, right? I want to be on the beach, rose petals and a heart at the end. Then like the pathway leading up to those hearts, I want our pictures like on both sides, like, you know what I'm saying, staked into the sand. So I sent her pictures of us like over the years that we took, to her layout. She laid everything out for me, phenomenal. So I appreciate that. So now actually getting out there. So mind you, I don't know how to navigate through Myrtle Beach. So the whole time I'm coordinating with the photographer, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I think we changed the location one time. And I'm trying not to entertain Amber. So like we eating, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to text on the side and, you know what I'm saying, keep everything organized. So then on top of that, when we were leaving out, I still had the ring box. Like I had got the band and the engagement ring because I thought you had to propose with both of them, right? So I got this big old box in my pocket and it's just like bulging out. So I'm thinking I'm blowing the cover. I'm like, dang, she done see the ring box already. I'm walking stupid, trying to like we in the street. Like I
took a picture of you.
Yeah.
I was like, take a picture, and he had both his hands in his pocket. Like now you look back at it, you like, oh yeah, you trying to come to rings up. But I was literally clueless.
So like I'm extremely uncomfortable. I got this stupid big box in my pocket. I'm trying to hide it from her the whole time. And then so I'm texting. I think we was supposed to go to the pier or something like that.
He kept on telling me, we going to the pier. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm just down to do whatever. We at Myrtle Beach. I don't know what the pier is, but we going.
Yeah, so,
you know
so we get to the pier, and I think I either had trouble trying to figure out where I should park because the photographer saying like park over here, then walk back this way or something along to that. So
mind you, he don't know north from south, so
right. So
he's struggling. I'm like, where are we going? It's nighttime, dang near.
I know. So I park, and then we get out, and I'm basically just looking for the photographer. So I'm like, looking back at my phone. She like, we over in this area. So I'm like, dog. And she was like, but try to hurry up because it's getting darker, and I want the pixie bit. So I'm like, so now I'm.
In his head, mentally struggling. I'm confused because we not at the pier.
So Amber, not she, like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of I'm thinking I'm blowing the cover. So then we walked out of where we was at through some type of back trail way.
Yes. And then walked up between some houses.
Yeah, then I finally I saw it. I'm like, oh shoot, because I seen like the layout of what I was looking for. So I'm like, all right, it's over here, it's over here.
Like over here. I'm like, oh, okay, they're gonna pick because it was the actual pier where we were.
Yeah.
But we were on the beach part, so we wasn't even at where the pier was. So we just walking.
So we start walking. So then once we get to like the little spot where we was at, I see the photographer. So she get in her position, and then I started talking to Amber, like, just kicking it to her about the setting her up.
He was really like, I love you so much, and was just telling me all of this stuff, and I can't wait for you, blah blah blah. I'm in love. So I'm really like, why are you pouring your heart out to me after, like, I love you too? I was I was just so not ready.
And I think she's seen the pics. I think she's seen our pictures in the sand.
I did.
And then it started clicking to her, got on my knee, proposed. And then, like, that's what I was saying, like, when you do that, everything should feel like it's coming from God. Like, the feeling I got, I felt like we was in a movie. The pictures were amazing. Mm-hmm. And then, like, right after that, a couple had walked up to us, and they was like, oh, congrats, you've been married for it was like 50. A long time, like 30, 50 years or something like that. And so, like, that was another, like, like another confirmation from God, like, it's perfect timing. Mm-hmm. And then, everything worked out pretty good, man.
Yeah, I think I could not stop crying. The photographer was taking pictures of us, and I seen a lady, like, when we were walking, like, he was talking, I love you all. I'm like, okay, I love you too, what's up? I seen a lady and her family, so she had set it up like her and her family was just at the beach, and she was taking pictures, but she was really taking pictures of us. But I glanced over and I was like, okay, didn't think anything else about it. But when I started seeing our photos in the sand, I'm really confused. Like, how did this happen when you were with me the whole time? Like, how could our photos be here? What is going on? So when we walked up to the heart, and he had gotten out, I was really like, oh, what? It was crazy. I was so happy. I was blown away. I couldn't stop crying. I was going through all types of emotions. Like, I was crying, and I was excited and happy, and I was like, my stomach started hurting. It was like I didn't even have no appetite. It was just really, really sweet and really surprising, and it definitely something surprised me. So we sat in the car for like an hour so I can call all my family members and tell them, all my friends, like, he proposed, y'all. I'm about to get married. So it was just super exciting, super sweet, and I'll never forget it. It's so memorable. So memorable. So I think you gave some good tips. Always try to be the person to, surprise. Don't try. I know some people are always in it and, like, always want to know, like, what's going on. But just try to live in the moment. Try not to guess or, be a secret investigator. Just be in that surprise state. Always try to let your partner go ahead and lead you. Excuse me, and go ahead and follow. And boom, here we were right in the scene. He was on his knee, and I was like, oh, this is really going down. But anyway. So did you have any other tips for the people before we?
Yeah, real quick. One, just know your person. Know your mate, man. Like, know what's gonna make them happy. Like, know what type of person you're dating. So, like, for example, if you're dating somebody who real shy, like, obviously they wouldn't want to get proposed to at a sporting event with thousands of other people. Like, no, they probably gonna want something a little bit more intimate. So, I think that's key. Obviously, that's gonna prohibit you from them possibly saying no, like, if the timing ain't right, or if they never wanted to be married in the first place. So it's extremely important before you even propose is communicate, be on the same page. Mm-hmm. The second thing is, man, have a budget. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the rings are extremely expensive. But I mean, it's an investment, obviously. But you obviously don't want to, go bankrupt, try to buy a ring. Like, it ain't that serious. Like, you can always upgrade. I'm trying to upgrade at 5 years, maybe give me a couple, some diamonds, some gold, a little razzle dazzle. But no, have a budget. Have somebody that's going to help you through the process. So I reached out to my sister like, hey, come look at some rings with me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Get somebody else feedback because you might be thinking a ring sweet, but they're like, man, no, it's too old looking. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, I've never looked at rings seriously, so I ain't have all the, you know what I'm saying, details. I did do a lot of communication with, you know, the store associate who helped me out a lot. So that's good. The other thing I would say is, man, have some fun with it. Be creative. Do not rush it. Do not just carry the ring on you and be like, all right, I'm gonna do it when I'm like, no, bro, like have it planned out. That's what's gonna matter at the end of the day, 25, 30 years when they looking back on it. You know what I'm saying? It should be something that you only do one time in your life. So give it your all, man. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, and make sure you get some good pics, man. Like the gram up, you know what I'm saying? Hit the gram hard. And, that's what it is.
Yes.
Man. You heard it here first.
You did. So that's all we have for today. We hope you enjoyed our story of our proposal and some tips that you could take away if you're thinking about this special day or that special day for you. Otherwise, thanks for getting to know us just a little bit better. And we appreciate your views. Comment below if you proposed, if you've already proposed, what type of proposal did you have? And if it's, you know, something unique, you know, let us know. We want to know. So thanks for watching, guys.